engine scream and roar. Northwest Truck Series is kicking down the door. ARCA rigs are flying, dusting up the pines. Sasquatch in the stands, sipping moonshine. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Three wide in the corner, engines revving high. A southern tradition beneath the northwest sky. Checkered flags are waving, hearts beat like a drum. Sasquatch roars for every single roar. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Guitars are slinging, tracks taking a groove. Northwest boys got nothing to prove. Grabbing gears and rubbing doors. Northwest racers always bringing more. Oh, Northwest Racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious soul. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, yeah, Northwest Racing reigns supreme. Watch Northwest Racing with Charles, Wesley, and Jeremy on LSRTV. And maybe Bigfoot too.
Forget the crowded parks and backyard sparklers. The real show is at your local track. Dirt flying, engines roaring, and fireworks blasting overhead. Thursday night, we're kicking things off at Rocket Raceway Park. The action continues on Friday with Lafayette County, Sabine, Hot County, and Boyd. And on Saturday, buckle up for even more at Grayson, Boot Hill, Southern Oklahoma, Super B, and 105 Speedway. It's full throttle racing, fireworks that'll shake the sky, and memories that'll stick long after the smoke clears. Get out to your local track or join the fun from anywhere on Race On.
It's time for class again. It's time for school. Miles the Munster is ready to churn up Sasquatch. The best drivers of the Northwest Racing Series in the Pacific U.S. are ready to battle at the Munster Mile. Dover Motor Speedway, 125 laps, and we're ready to go. Welcome to coverage of iRacing on LSRTV, your home for sim racing, and on the Community Radio Network. If you're listening on the radio, I'm Wesley Outland, Jeremy Stanley alongside Charles Wooten in the, what do we call this now? The anti-Android arena. Jeremy, so all of you guys are Android haters, right? You're the iPhone clan, and we went from What the hell
Listen,
was it called? The browse arena to now the
no, it was the
anti-Android arena?
Genius Bar.
Yeah, the Genius Bar. There you go, the Genius Bar. Yeah.
Listen, I love
Batter up.
Android too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just prefer iPhone. I love me
I
a good
mean,
Samsung S
you,
series, and I prefer me a fold phone, but just iPhone, so intuitive though.
well, what's wrong with an Android? I mean, what's wrong with it with an Android? I mean, I'm just,
Well, that
I'm
question goes to our producer because I'm fine running an Android.
right.
I can live and be happy, but I'm
So he has
happier
anger.
with. There it is. I don't know if
Makes
that
it
was live
buggy
on
and
the air.
glitchy. I never have any problems like that with my phone. Listening to you.
There's some insight there from Charles Wooten on the
I feel
radio,
violated,
anyways.
man. I feel like
ERN's
I'm
getting
ganged
it.
up on. I feel like I'm ganged up on all the time. You know, like
I support Android.
you know,
When it comes to the smartphones, I am progressive. Okay.
yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to Dover. We're about 4 minutes away from the field gridding. Qualifying is completed. Dennis Moore missed ARCA last week. Back here this week, and he is ready to go from the pole with a 22.895. He'll be the guy to bring him the green for the ARCA cars. Bryce Dickman, a former winner of the ARCA series, is ready as well. And Jeremy, how different will this race be tonight compared to what we saw with the trucks here at Dover on Monday?
Well, then you take like the first 20 laps of Monday and make it a full stretch here tonight. Because after we got that first caution, it was just, one of those cautions breed caution situations. But it took a little bit to get there. So I think if they can just fixate on what they did in those first few laps last week, I think that would be the difference of this race. I expect these cars to be a little grippier. I don't know if the outside is going to be as effective. If the cars are grippier, then they're going to be stuck more to the bottom. It might be a little trickier to pass here.
Right.
I think that might be another key point is to, don't give up track position is what something I would say here.
I heard that. Well, let's take a look at the weather conditions as we get you closer and closer to race time here. Qualifying is over. Drivers' meeting is about to happen, and there's the weather and a very nice day. Look at that in the sim. 77.
I
Air
wish.
temp, track temp is around 92 degrees. Clear skies, northeast wind at 7 miles an hour. Clear conditions. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, Jeremy. That's perfect for ARCA racing.
You know what's sad? I'm only like 1 degree lower than that, and it's almost midnight at my house. And this is mid-daytime in Dover.
It is right now 73 degrees here in North Carolina, where I'm at.
That's insane. Here we are at Dover, mid-daylight at 77 degrees with a nice little 7-mile-an-hour breeze. Perfect day for some racing.
What temperature is it in? Yeah, what temperature is it in Wichita Falls? Wow,
86 degrees.
That's still hot.
I'm complaining.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut my mouth, man.
I'm telling you, I'll take the 73 any day. Wow. Tonight we are at Dover, and as we mentioned, by the way, quick reminder, the Northwest Racing Series trucks and ARCA will be off next week. We're going to have a little bit of a break. What the hell are we going to do with ourselves next Monday and Thursday, Jeremy? Wow, we're not going to know what to do, right?
I got to work on a paint scheme. I just entered in. We got a team set up for the spa 24 hours on iRacing.
Oh, yeah.
Make our second attempt at that. So I got to get some practice. I got some graphics to make. I got some behind-the-scenes stuff I'm going to catch up on. I got some testing I got to do for work. I can fill my schedule. I don't know about you, but I got some fillers.
Well, I'm going to call baseball. I got the All-Star game, and then I've got racing with dirt car this weekend with the Modified Mafia at County Line Raceway. I've got a Father's Day dinner to go to on Sunday that did not have a gathering with
Really?
some people. Yeah, Jackie's family and are going to have Father's Day because we didn't really celebrate Father's Day last week. I did with my family, my dad, but we'll have a Father's Day gathering and try to watch a little bit of NASCAR, I guess, at Sonoma. Whatever I'm going to do, just next thing you know, brother, we're rocking and rolling into the summer, and we'll get ready for 4th of July. Remember, though, we're off for the Northwest. It's going to be nice to sleep in a little bit on Monday night and Wednesday night for sure, or Thursday.
I believe it, man.
Yes, sir.
Well,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce the starting lineup. Though we don't have any graphics, we at least have music. On the grid, front row, Dennis Moore, ready to go on the 44 for Win Racing. And Bryce Dickman of the 18 alongside in that blue, light blue and yellow and white, number 18, row 1 Ford. Row number 2 will find Sean Brightsman of the Toyota alongside the Chevrolet of the boss of Win Racing, Kevin Smith. Row number 3, Travis Barnes will be in the Ford, the Toyota, James Vining, row number 3. Row 4, the 88 of Taylor Alto and Casey Garber, both in Chevrolets and Fords. Row number 5, Jeremy will find Jake Peningoro in the Chevrolet and the number 98 Ford of Seth Cooper. He'll start 10th. That's your 5th row.
Bunch of Fords here, 10th or 11th through 20. Got Devin West, one of 2 Chevrolets, with Jason Leake to the outside in 12th. 13th in row 7, you'll find Gary Nichols, Tyler King to his outside in P14. 15th will be John Ottenbacher. And Ryan McLeod starting in 16th. 17th will be Tim Garski with Paul Newton to the outside in 18th. 19th will be Dylan Matthews, and Brett Johnson completes the top 20, and I'll run through the rest of the way. Devin Matthews in 21st, Nate Garski in 22nd, Tom Wygent in 23rd place, Troy Daggett starts in P24, Brian Barnes sits there in 25th, Dan West Jr. back to 26th, Calman Yori in 27th, Ray Fournier in 28th, Frank Harris 29, and Dana Rogers completes the 30 entries here this evening. Glad to see Devin West and Dan West Jr. back. They're going to experience Dover. It's going to be a good one, man.
Hey, some of the some key numbers, by the way. Just want to throw this out here tonight. Frank Harris will start his 50th race in the Northwest Fun Series. He has the all-time lead over anybody else. Tonight also will find the driver of, let's see here. Ryan Bloom actually will start his 40th race. Troy Daggett, career start number 45 tonight. And the all-time winner of the series right now is a tie between Dennis Moore and Sean Brightsman at 6. There you go. Real quickly, stage information or information of the race. There'll be 2 separate parts of the race tonight. There'll be 2 stages, 125 laps, 125 miles. Stage 1 to lap 50, and then a 75-lap battle. Here they come to the line. Ladies and gentlemen, we're green at Dover. Let's see what Miles the Munster's got up his sleeve for the Sasquatch in the Northwest Best tonight as they're already in turn 2. Jeremy on the opening go.
Dennis Moore with a just crazy launch there to start this thing off. Clears himself of any traffic. Bryce on the outside of Sean Brightsman, going to clear him first and second. Single filed out, third and fourth up for grabs. But Brightsman from the inside of turn 4 gets a great launch. He's going to clear Barnes. 0-10, top 5 now, single filed out, 6th and 7th side by side still.
And they'll work their way now into the 3rd turn. Right now, Dennis Moore having the opportunity to lead Bryce Dickman back there. Then it's, of course, the 6-time winner tied with Dennis Moore, Sean Brightsman. There to see the Blizzard colors. All this going on as we watch up top side. Barnes finding Alto. They battle. Little contact. Finding on the inside of the driver door of Alto. Lets him know he's there. They get side by side for a moment. Pinagoro comes up the middle. He'll clear him for that spot.
333 James Vining's been out the past couple weeks. Back injury been really irritating him, so he had a sideline iRacing. 3 wide, by the way. Gary Nichols up the middle there. 94 in the top, 21 on the bottom. They go back to 2 wide, now almost single file. But James Vining is feeling pretty okay tonight to jump back into the sim rig and try to tackle the Monster Mile and So let's see how he does in the seat here for 125 laps. Everybody single file right now on this lap.
Good to see Devin West back again, as well as Dan West Jr. Devin West, the defending champion of the ARCA series. There's a battle right now going on. There's the inside. Look at the number 6. Nichols' car up on the top. That's the 50. We're watching Matthew.
Oh,
Matthews, and hold on, the 50 car. Scare there for a minute.
Yeah, Devin flirting with disaster, choking up Jason Leak there off of turn 4 exit. 5 laps in the books already, and this is exactly how the truck race started. We'll see. Remember that when the tires started to fall off, that's when we started seeing the really good racing, which ended up in cautions. So don't be fooled just yet, but I'm really liking what we're seeing early on.
We really are. Down the back straightaway right now, Dennis Moore leading. There you see Tyler King. He's back in the top 10 behind him. James Viney patiently working his way off of turn 4. Viney, Nichols, Onenbacher. All these drivers right now, all single file, just knocking off laps, and that's a good thing to do here right now in the early going at Munster Mile here, Jeremy.
Yeah, knock out those laps there. You got 50 stage laps here for stage number 1. Plenty of time. Take care of your stuff. You really want to set your car up for the long run here at Dover. If you go after it too early, that's where you find yourself in trouble 25, 30 laps into a green flag run. So going this single file route is great to see, but as soon as we say it, look at this, 3 cars jump up to the outside, trying to utilize the momentum that you can possibly get off these corners. I was saying in the pre-race, you got to hug the bottom. There's going to be more grip in these ARCA cars. But, oh my gosh, Gary Nichols in the air twice.
Wow.
Once off the inside wall. Oh, they're still piling up.
Well, that'll do it.
Oh, what?
The all-time starter of the Northwest Fun Series, Frank Harris, and the Sunkist car is spinning as well. Caution out here, number 1. Here's a replay, Jeremy.
Oh.
Man, look at the way he pirouettes through the air.
2 times, all 4 wheels off the ground, and then the 699-96 4 train just ran each other over like a set of dominoes. There's the wreck here. Back it down, back it down, back it down. Some ARCA braking happening. Brian Barnes is the one who just completes the chaos.
From another angle, again.
Well, oh gosh, yeah.
Wow.
He had it all cleared for the most part.
Yeah. Brian Barnes and Matthews, Troy Daggett.
Shout out to Charles Wooten for finding the code to quickly speed up these replays. We talked about it in the pre-race, and we found the code.
Did you see where Matthews literally just, wheelbarreled, if you will, over the top of the 4 Barnes car?
Yeah.
Watch this again. Wow.
These cars are boxes, yet somehow they have wedges still. I can't figure out the logic on it, but...
Yeah, watch this again. Look at this. Wow.
Whip. And then whip.
Whoa!
And then whip.
And wheelbarrels over the 4 of the Popsicle Barnes car. Wow.
How does Barnes not have hardly any damage on his 4 car when he had a 96 clearly on top of his hood? Really impressive stuff here. Here's another look at it. We're going to see what kind of angles we can find. This is from Dylan Matthews. Bam! And just gets carried and spun. That was such a clean start to the race, Wesley. I'm really surprised how... it shouldn't be, because it's Dover, right? Things happen way more in a hurry than they do at most other tracks. And just one simple error. And John Onbacher actually gave a ton of space to the outside, Gary Nichols, or to the outside for Gary Nichols, and somehow he still found the right front fender of the 89, and just one little incident takes out 5 cars early.
There you go. Here is
a frozen image of
another look. This is on board, I believe, with Brian Barnes. Watch this. Whoa! Yes, sir.
Yeah, just lack of brake pedal, man. He kind of like coasted through it. kind of maintain speeds. It's kind of slowed down, but not really. So
we get another caution. We'll take a commercial break. We were going to try to step away and take one, but the lights are off already on the pace car. And we'll get ready to set one up for you. So they did complete at least about 10 laps or so, or at least 9 laps before the...
Oh, hold on.
Whoa, what the hell?
We got a wreck in the back.
They're crashing on the restart in the back.
The 37, Ryan McLeod, warming up the tire. No, here we go. So he's catching up, and then he got too much brake pedal into it. And then the 6 car as well, Dylan Matthews.
Wow.
And then Frank Harris just completely blindsided. Did they
So
reset the field? They did.
Yeah, they did. The caution's back out again, so that'll let us step away real quickly, take a break. The finish when we come back after a caution, and then the caution under caution. We're back from Dover.
What really sets on-demand shirts apart from everybody else is our people. Our people really care about every job that comes through here, and they treat it as their own. That paired with state-of-the-art equipment that we use on everything that we touch, that's really what ends up providing the top-notch quality that you guys come to expect. Because we've printed stuff from anywhere from a small boutique shop all the way to Fortune 500 companies, we have experience that goes all across every industry you can think of. From a very small job to 200,000 plus shirt job, we can handle it. Your brand is more than just a logo, it's an identity. At On Demand Shirts, we create professional apparel that makes a statement. From uniforms to corporate gifts, your brand is in good hands. Contact us today so we can help elevate your company.
Back here, pace car dropping on to the pit lane, ladies and gentlemen, after a caution within a caution. Field to make their way back to the Echo Park restart zone. Still a long way to go here in Dover. And a little hiccup on the front row on the restart. Yeah. And his Ford loves it. He's gone.
Bryce Dickman tires spin off the outside there. Drops back to 4th place really fast. Side by side goes 5th and 6th place. Down the back straightaway here. Looks like we all exit turn 2 nice and cleanly here. Focusing on the 10 of Pinagoro. Travis Barnes in that black and green car on the outside. Close quarters there. No contact to the wall. Looks like we're all clear for the first opening lap on restart number 2. Back straightaway.
Look at Newton down on the bottom. Watch him now. Keep an eye on Paul Newton. You got to think he wants some redemption in the ARCA world, especially after what happened to him at Pocono last week in double overtime. I know Emmett Crow called the race with me last Thursday night. Jeremy, I know you weren't available because of other work obligations, but, you know, I felt so bad for our road course king, Mr. Paul Newton, because it was his race to lose, and Tim Garski got overzealous and anxious on a restart and took him out, and it ended the race under caution in turn 1 and took him out, cost him the race.
Hate to see that. Oh, close quarters there. James Vining, Paul Newton. They almost make door-to-door contact there as the Paul Newton 27 passes. Triple 3 focus back in on Pinagoro on the inside. I said Bryce Dickman on the inside. Travis Barnes on the out. There's the 10 of Pinagoro is following the 0-10 of Travis on the outside. 3 lanes up from the bottom in 1 and 2. Going to clear momentarily. Top 10 single file. You see John Reitzman, car number 46 into turn number 3. Trying to pass the 89 to John Ottenbacher there. Almost cleared. John gets right flirty with the wall. Still holds the door, the 46 into 1.
Moore in the lead right now, followed by Smith as they work their way back into the corner again.
Through here for some of the cars here. James Vining back on screen. So he goes really low to give a ton of space to Tom Wygant. Tom Wygant there in the Blackjack Daniels scheme. I haven't seen that scheme in a while, though. That's one of my projects coming up next week, is to make this car happen for my longtime buddy for his Monday series. So it'll be something I'm working on. But I haven't seen that scheme being used quite some time. Looking good out there. They still run a good side-by-side battle. Travis Barnes this time on the inside of Taylor Alto in the 88. Close quarters. Almost makes door-to-door contact. Still, they almost touch once more.
Yeah, that
really
was
close stuff here. Battle's heating up all over. Quack. Not sure Charles just told us there, but see, Bryce going way up to the top there. Third and fourth lane all the way being utilized. Still run side by side. Little wall contact there as they get a little squirrely off of turn 4. Almost looks like 3 wide, but it's really just a couple sets of 2s as they're spacing themselves out. Look at all the 2 wide back, like they just came off a pace lap, man. They are just 4 rows deep, 2 by 2 by 2 right here for right around the 10th place area.
Oh, yeah.
Bump, bump, bump. Yeah, 3
Look at
cars.
this. Wow, look at Garber all the way from the bottom of the racetrack up to the top. Garber now trying to make the climb into the top 15. Black 94. Look at this. It feels like it's restrictor plate racing here at Dover, Jeremy, on a 1 mile track. Look at these guys just in a wall of traffic in different groups.
These cars have way more grip, and you can tell how racy they are getting. This is not old tires versus new, who pressed the gas pedal too early. This is just straight up ARCA car having grip at Dover. And when you have grip at a track like this is the product you get. And this has been very good. Clean over 3 wide. John Onbacher slaps the wall a little bit here, chokes up the outside lane. It's going to allow Paul Newton, Dan West Jr., James Vining, Jason Leake, all 4 to make a pass effort here into turn 1. Off of turn 2, they're still going to remain 2 by 2, several rows deep. Now we're focusing on the 5 of Devin West, the 88 of Taylor Alto, who's getting passed, or at least attempted to be passed by Tyler King, who backs it down. Lets Taylor Alto take the position back.
Top 10 at the moment. Moore, Smith, Barnes, Peningoro. Dickman, top 5. Then it's going to be West. That's Devin West, Taylor Alto. Then it's followed by King, Brightsman, Cooper, the way it stands. Cooper now got some company on the inside. Driver left. Here comes Newton on the bottom, trying to crack into the top 10 as they work their way off the corner.
See what he can do here. Momentarily has the position. Seth gives it up in corner entry. Doesn't look like turn 1 has a ton of grip out there for some of these drivers running that 3rd lane. And now here comes, at least it looked like Dan West, who's going to try to make another pass. Dan West Jr., car number 55, is already up 15 positions, up in 11th place. Started 26th, 30 laps in. That's a crazy amount of cars. That's a car every other lap if you're looking at averages.
Dover Motor Speedway, where we are tonight. Right now, it is all Dennis Moore from the pole leading this thing here.
Good battle still here. Seth Cooper, James Vining. They touch. It washes up the 333. Arrow wash there when you get so close to the door panels. These cars lose that air on the nose that are so desperate for their grip in these corners. They get really tight, Wesley. And that's what you saw James Vining just do there. He's going to try to make another stab at it. More contact. Door to door, Seth, James. And not one of these cars has been upset just yet. Just good, solid battling going through these few laps here. Just under 20 laps to go in the stage 1.
Yeah, patience indeed, buddy, as they work their way again across the stripe. Another lap.
Oh, Jason Leake into the wall there. Goes way too high up into turn 3 and 4. Damage to that car. Now he's going to lose 5 spots here. Jason in a lot of trouble here. Good thing he has a stage caution coming up.
Everybody right now just kind of staying in different packs of traffic. There goes Brett Johnson. On there you see the 7 falling back. He's in the top 20, trying to climb, if you will, to the inside of Jason Lee. Got Garski up ahead, followed by the other battle. Here comes Taylor Alto, the Miller Light Bobby Allison throwback colors. And Paul Newton easily gets around him. We got a car crab walking down the back straightaway. I believe that's Gary Nichols' car, multiple laps down, way off the pace. As Matthews' car now exits off pit road as well. 15 to go here in stage number 1 at Dover, Jeremy.
Yeah, this has been this is what the truck race should have been, in my opinion, but the grip in these ARCA cars allowing these drivers to do it. Minus Dennis Moore, he doesn't know what a race is. He's just out in a whole different zip code, almost 3 seconds over second place, which those guys are all stacked up on one another. 44 just tearing up the field here early in this run. Looking at a good battle here between the 00 Kevin Smith and caution. For the second time, we're going to have a caution. It's going to be right around the 10 laps to go for stage 1.
Dana Rogers in trouble, it looks like. Dana Rogers way off the pace. The 07 Coca-Cola entry. Yellow flag out for the second time. Caution will come out here. Close in on the end of stage.
Oh, there's smoke up ahead.
No, it's actually up ahead. Dana Rogers was just checking up. Whoever that was in front of him, and I don't think it was the, yeah, was it Johnson? Yes, Brett Johnson, here it is. Yeah, Brett Johnson was back in the top 20. That's who it was, Jeremy. So we'll look and see what happened on a replay of the 7 of Brett Johnson. And here it comes now.
Caution here. Oh.
Right there. There it is. Bam.
Him and...
Is that him and
Jason
Garski,
Leak?
I think? 50 of Leak,
that Garski?
maybe? Yeah. I think it is Leak. I think it is the 50 of Leak. Yes, it is.
Directly side by side here off of turn 4, just wall bang and just Brett Johnson, wrong place, wrong time. Sends him around for a 360 plus a little extra wall contact to the right front to secure the damage. Heavy impact there.
Everybody on pit road. And I figured we would because we are closing in on the end of stage number 1 here. That'll be at lap number 50, which is about less than 12 laps from now. There's the race off pit road. Dennis Moore in first, out first. Barnes, Smith, all these drivers, all Pinangoro, Tyler King, top 5 as we'll reset to go again here.
A couple more laps, we'll go back to green flag for a really short sprint race to the finish of stage 1. So that should increase the excitement here for just a short bit. And we'll close this thing out. Dennis Moore, though, he's got the magic potion to this place, man. He is cooking. But now he's back in a little bit of traffic. Actually, these guys should be passing. That's in front of him. So we'll see here. He should be the leader for this one, but Charles said we should talk to him. I think since we got 1 to go, we're going to talk to him after this stage because I don't think anyone's got what it takes to catch the 44.
Yeah, I think we'll let him finish it out, and then we'll try to grab a word with him.
1 to go here. Travis Barnes, Jake Pinagoro, Tyler King, Devin Westing, one of those guys could be second, third, fourth. But it's going to be one of those deals. You said it was Paul Newton's race to lose last Thursday. This is Dennis Moore's race to lose here tonight. Let's see what he does here on this restart. Phase 1.
We'll get ready to try to set up for another restart here. Where's Jeff Stabnow at tonight, Charles?
Yeah,
I don't believe he was probably,
My sarcastic answer was he's gotten tired of running into bad luck situations. So work.
Business. Work. Back to green. 10 laps remaining in stage 1, and Dennis Moore right back to the front again from the pole.
Who's got second? Who's got third? A lot of 2x2 still happening here in the turn number 3 to finish the first lap of this restart. Looking at number 5, Devin West on the inside of Tyler King, momentarily slides in behind him as they get to the start-finish line. Into turn number 1, Jake Penagoro looking for second place underneath Travis Barnes, door to door, all the way through the back straightaway here. Coming up to 8 laps to go. Contact to the wall. Travis Barnes slaps it kind of hard there, even though he got a great launch off the corner. That should pancake out the car there, and for the third time. Caution
Devin Matthews, I think, guys, has just got a piece of it. Caution out, Devin Matthews crashing. At least that's what the scoring ticker on SDK is telling us. Keep an eye on the 96. And I think Johnson got into him, and he did.
He did. Oh my.
Man, what a hit.
Ooh. That's a race ender right there. Yeah. Brett Johnson just getting hungry, man. He saw the window. Devin gave a ton of space, but that was really Devin's corner for the most part. Brett was just trying to make a pass happen late in the going of the stage and sends the 96 to the graveyard.
Yeah, that was a 9 in.
Whoops. Whack. That's it. Good job of those guys trying to drive around with the wreck avoidance there. Did a fantastic job clearing themselves from any damage. That's not staged. We still have a few more laps to go.
So another caution coming out. Drivers are about to wrap up stage number 1, as that'll be at lap number 50, and
wow,
about working lap 44, so 6 laps remaining. Should be a quick caution.
I was watching the flagman. I don't know if you caught that, Wes. I think Charles did, but he was just ripping that flag, and then all of a sudden he froze. Like he got petrified there at the flag stand. Just stopped moving entirely. I was really impressed by that. So Charles did see that too. I'm glad I wasn't the only one who noticed. The flagman was just ripping the flag, like just waving hard as he could, and all of a sudden he just stopped. Just completely froze over.
Oh, I do see it. Yeah, it's like
he looked the Basilisk in the eyes and just froze.
He just said, "Oh man, my arm's getting tired. Can't do this anymore." Ladies and gentlemen, we're glad you're with us as right now your top 5 as we are closing in on the end of stage 1 here in Dover. Dennis Moore, Travis Barnes, Jake Penagoro, Tyler King, Devin West. We're looking for one to go. It's looking like when they come back around next time by as we settle in for about a 4-lap restart. I can't find it.
Yeah.
You're listening to the CRN Community Radio Network. We now pause for station identification. This is the Community Radio Network, WCRN, 87.9 FM, Clayton, Garner, Smithfield, North Carolina. Proud to be in the USA. We are CRN.
I was trying to make sure that I didn't hit the Clayton Clovers voiceover ID like I've done several times this year. So. What? All right, let's get ready to go back to green. Go back to racing as we will have 4 laps to go, Jeremy, in stage 1. Echo Park restart zone, back in the gas. Travis Barnes that time a little hiccup on getting started. Notice he's changed his colors. He's in a green car instead of a red one as we go back to the restart. Dennis Moore gets another great jump.
A little sketchy there, almost there off of turn 2. Had some contact there between Travis Barnes and I think Jake Pinagoro. 2x2 is second and third. Fourth, oh, more contact. I thought Travis was going to slap the outside wall. Stays clear. That 3 wide. Jake up the middle. Tyler King on the outside. Devin West on the inside. Now here comes Taylor Alto. He has the door opened. Going to get around the 10 of Jake as well. Coming up to 2 laps to go there in turn 3. Taylor still side by side with Jake. 88 versus 10 here. First 2x2 battle, which is for 5th and 6th place.
Couple of laps remaining in stage 1 here at Dover. There's Taylor Alto on the inside of Pinagoro, giving him room side by side. Dan West Jr. banging off fenders with Seth Cooper. Rubbing, racing, spinning, gouging, sliding. Final lap in stage 1 at Dover there, Jeremy. Wow.
This man is on a mission, this 44. So Travis, oh, we got a wreck in the back there, Seth Cooper, and I think Dan West Jr., your fastest mover of the race. Those two guys, heavy contact, caution out right before the stage flag. So this is stage, and it's going to take out, said, your fastest Charger and the 98 of Cooper. And another one of those coming off the corner exit, and I thought the 98 gave enough, so there's more cars involved. Oh my, this is actually a big one, way more than I expected. We got Dana Rogers in there. Let's see, let's count them all here. Send them off at turn 2, just 55, hits 98, accidental contact, just blitz. The 69, the 26, the 07. There's one other car that got completely demolished. Might have been
another angle.
Wrightsman here.
Oh boy.
Wrightsman get through. The Wrightsman got through. Oh, it was James Vining, 333.
Harris, Rogers, Parsky. Man, it all happened between Dan West Jr. and Seth Cooper. Remember, Jeremy, I was kind of referring to that. And then all of a sudden, you knew crash was going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you go short sprint racing as things happen. But these guys have been flirting with this. This is the 3rd time we've seen it, but we've had way more close calls where that corner exit, when these cars get side by side, I mentioned it earlier, you lose the air on these noses, and they have way less grip. They need the downforce. You remove that, they slide up the track, and we're seeing a lot of these corner exit contacts to the left rear corner panels to the guy on the outside, just because they don't have the downforce required to make the corner at their speeds. And doesn't matter if you're in the top 10 or back there in 25th, you're finding this kind of luck right now.
There you go. Drivers are pitting. We'll pit too as we go to the end of the stage. We'll grab a word with Dennis Moore when we come back from Dover.
Trying to find speed? The team at Dirt Tire Warehouse and Piranha Race Tire Service show exactly that. Don't believe us? Check out the race winner stickers on the Fast Guys cars. We groove, sight, match, size, and mount your dirt racing tires so you're race ready every time. Dirt Tire Warehouse and Piranha Race Tire Service. Take a bite out of the track and competition.
Hey, let's grab Dennis Moore real quickly. Dennis, buddy, always good to grab a word with you, sir. Stage winner, what you taking Dover so far, boss?
It's been a lot of fun. It's definitely tighter than the trucks were Monday night, but you just got to manage the right front, entering corners. Should be a good race. Hopefully get a green flag run here and see what happens.
Jeremy, we're coming to green real quick. What you got?
Yeah, what are you doing different out there, man? You're on a whole different plane. You had a 3-second lead at one point, just completely destroying the field on this late run speed. What's the trick to getting around here?
Clean air. That's the only trick you need. It's huge. You know, you get 30 air behind. You're behind somebody and just push you into the wall. So hope I can maintain this track position and bring it home tonight.
Got a feeling the fireworks are going to begin, but you're out of harm's way being up in the front. That's the goal, right?
Always. That's why I didn't hit there.
There you go. Win Racing driver Dennis Moore, everybody. And That's the way he'll finish, as we'll get ready to settle up for a restart and get you ready for that final 75 laps of racing. As we just spoke with Dennis Moore, we'll put him back with the Win Racing team with Kevin Smith. Pace car is on the pit lane, back to the Echo Park restart zone. Don't freeze, flagman. We're back to green, back to racing here at Dover.
He flapped the whole thing all the way through the whole field, passing the start-finish line there. And Dennis under attack. He said he did not pit right there. I know he's had a couple of moments of pitting with those late cautions of stage 1, but it looks like the 5 might have a little something for him for the first time. He's trying everything Dennis can. He bring it back. He got the nose advantage in the turn number 1. Devin's going to slide up high, going to try to high apex this corner. And Dennis has him clear. No, not yet. Still to the right rear is the 5 on the 44.
A 4. Look at now, Devin West. And it's another LSRTV Win Racing battle. Would you have it any other way, Jeremy? They're side by side. Moore and West right there, stride for stride. We're not even halfway yet here as they work lap 55 on 4.
Halfway yet. We've had a lot of action, a lot of green flag racing. I love to see this much better race compared to Monday, as we're keeping the cautions a little bit down. These drivers know that the aerodynamics is so important here at Dover, and they're giving each other a little bit more space here into stage 2 to open this thing up. Dennis Moore takes that race lead back. Devin West now in the dirty air. This should help the 44 move a little bit forward. Who's going to be a breakout start here in stage 2?
Working down the back straightaway behind the pedestrian bridges. Going into turn 3 now, Moore in the lead, followed by West. Ken and Gordo right there, just staying in line, followed by Smith, King, top 5, single file. There goes down Taylor Alto on the bottom. He'll make a move on Barnes, up top. Barnes with a different color car tonight, and of late, usually he drives a speed channel truck, and he drives a red 010 in the series. Tonight he's gone green, Jeremy.
Yeah, that is true. It looks good on him too here. And it's giving his car some speed. It looks like kind of keeping it within that tie 5 region. Dennis Moore unable to break away like he had been on stage 1. Those tires might be just a few laps older than some of these other guys directly behind him, completing lap number 60 now. A couple more laps and we're going to find the halfway mark in tonight's race here at Dover.
Look at this now as we watch Penning-Goro with a solid run in the top 5. Kevin Smith now climbing up to 5th. Now going to get around the 10, making his sights on the other car up ahead, the 5 at Devin West. This is the Win Racing sandwich that Team LSRTV's West is in between Moore and Smith as they work through 3 and 4. Coming up on halfway next time by.
Single filed out here through the top 10 plus as we're watching a lot of cars right to left movement off the corner exit turn 4 there to complete lap 62. Maybe some side by side. Travis Barnes looking underneath the 21 of Tyler King on the back straightaway. Now into turn 3, still hold door to door is Travis and Tyler. Tyler King with a slight advantage on corner exit. Can't clear the 010 just yet. Travis gets tight in the middle of 1 and 2, has to back it down. Tyler King makes a little contact to the wall. He still clears. Now Taylor Alto trying to steal one on the outside as Tyler clears Travis Barnes.
Halfway already past us now as we are approaching the second half of this race. Already closing in on 60 laps to go when they come to the line. Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. and Charles Wooten on production. This is iRacing on LSRTV and CRN, the Northwest Racing Series ARCA Spring Division. And Jeremy, this is round number 12. When we come back after the 4th of July break next week, we hit it hard for the final 3 races, and oh, what crazy tracks they will be at, buddy.
Great schedule, right? Big Boy 2.66 mile super speedway of Talladega.
Yes, sir.
They go to a D-shaped shorty track of Iowa. And just like how NASCAR be doing it, Homestead, Miami Speedway to close this thing out July 23rd for the ARCA division. And that's it for the spring series. So then they get the whole rest of the summertime to try to figure it out for the fall series, which shouldn't be too long of a delay, right? Maybe just a 1 or 2 week delay, and we'll be back live doing it for the trucks and the ARCA for the fall series. And that was close quarters there. The 010 and the 94 making door-to-door contact there. Travis he's finding a lot of drivers just finding his door panel here tonight.
Right now, Dennis Moore in the lead. Look at this now. Here we go. This is Barnes. Reeling in Alto in the Miller colors. Now going after Tyler King of the Orange Beaver State, number 21. He'll jump up the banking, up the hill, up to the inside. Comes Taylor Alto. Driver left, door to door. Barnes licking his chops. King wants to get away from these guys and set his sights on Pinangoro. That is for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th off of turn 4.
Good battles here. Paul Newton on the inside of the 94. Trying to keep it there, door to door still. We're going to just get a broad view here about the 6 cars in frame from 5th to about 10th. You can see glimpses of your top 3. Depending on the camera angles here. Good move here from the 010 Travis. He's going to go really wide this time. Cuts it down a little bit. Great apex. Going to clear the 80 to Taylor Alto by a mile in comparison to where he was in turn 1. Solid pass. Now can he do the same thing for Tyler King, who's in front of him? That'd be the battle for 5th and 6th right now.
Right now, got some people in the chat box that are cheering on Jake Pinangoro. Thank you, Ben Kapler, as well as TD. Oh, that's Troy Daggett Gaming, I believe. Troy Daggett, though, not racing.
What a save.
What a save by Barnes. My goodness, that could have been disastrous. Could have slammed it off of the inside, safer barrier, and somehow not into the cars, into that big pack of traffic right in front of Newton and behind Brightsman. Boy, that could have been dangerous, but somehow they save it.
Yeah, slight contact, I think, from the 21. The 010 set the Travis Barnes car wicked loose, gets about a foot away from the inside wall, and somehow he saves it. We stay green flag.
And Jeremy, I just saw the delayed broadcast portion of it because, you know, we're live in real time. We see delayed on the broadcast feed. You could see where Tyler King actually backed off and let Barnes correct, because that could have been disastrous. The 21 there was right up under the back of the rear end of the 21 car King, and that could have been some big trouble.
Yeah, 100% there. Looking at a good little single file stretch of cars right here, led by the 94, Mr. Garber. Tyler King is on the hunt there. He just has a little bit of that tight aero wash. He's heard Dennis Moore saying just fresh air, clean air. It's just what you need to succeed here, which he has another 2.5 second lead over Kevin Smith. Here's Travis looking back underneath the inside of the 27. Paul Newton trying to recover a couple of those positions that he lost about 5 laps ago. He just can't make the pass happen here. I guess this is where the inside gets a little too tight. Might need to expand up into that 3rd and 4th groove.
Down to the inside. Here comes Brightsman. Brightsman Barnes. Taylor Alto watching this in his rear view mirror as Alto sets his sights on Newton.
Turn 3 at 46.010. Trying to clear. This Travis Barnes guy's just been on camera for so often. That's where all the action's been, really. Every time we find a side-by-side, it's involving this Travis guy here, and he's holding the right rear of the 46, slingshot around the outside in turn 2. Gonna clear the 46 of Brights. Actually, no, it's close. Brightsman drives it in deep into 3, gets back literally door to door with Travis. Close quarter racing here. Barnes with the advantage at the start-finish line. 45 laps remaining in this event, and the laps are flying away here, Wesley, when we got all this green flag racing. I'd love to see it. It's a great change of pace. These guys are doing a hell of a job tonight.
And look at Barnes now. The cat and mouse game continues in the top 10. Trying to get around Taylor Alto, the green 0-10. Dirt winner. Gateway winner. One in St. Louis. Worldwide Technology. One at Knoxville on the dirt. Swept the dirt, as a matter of fact. Barnes is. As they work their way back across the stripe. Hard to believe that was back-to-back. He won Worldwide Technology Raceway, then he won Gateway. Ryan Bay, the most recent winner last week at Pocono. Become a 2-time winner. He also won at Echo Park, Atlanta.
Good little stretch of the schedule there for him. And I just noticed that Kyle Garber got around Jake Penagoro, so that was for 4th and 5th place. That position changes hands. 3-second lead still Dennis Moore has over Kevin Smith. Kevin has a 7/10 of a second lead over 3rd place Devin West. And then you get to some of these battles like we're watching right now between these 3 guys. Tyler King leading Paul Newton and Sean Brightsman. This is for 6th, 7th, and 8th place. They're in turn number 1 here on lap 85. 40 laps to go at the line. Cycling the camera back to the 50. Jason Leak, who's looking at side-by-side action right in front of him, where he has to watch Bryce Dickman on the inside, Taylor Alto on the outside of turn 3. Right on the right rear. Slingshot around the 18. There goes the 88. Could not clear though. Bryce drives it in deep. Gets tight. Has to check up. Some good stuff here too.
It sure is right now. It's great racing we've seen right now between Penagoro and Alto. Look at now Barnes pulling away. Here comes now Jason Leak on pit road as we're heading towards lap number 90. Heading towards the under 50 laps remaining. As a matter of fact, Leak puts his car onto the pit lane, joining some of the other damaged cars in the graveyard, if you will, for them. And I gotta wonder if there's an undercut here, Jeremy.
It's got a lot of damage to the right side of that car. I'm actually curious if he just hit the wall and came down pit road to fix it. I didn't see anything on my end, but like there's a lot of damage to that right door panel. We'll see what happens. If he pulls away right after the left sides, then it's an undercut. And no, this is here for repairs. He must have hit the wall. Cycling the camera back to Devin West, car number 5. Kyle Garber right behind him in car 94. This is for 3rd and 4th place.
By the way, under 40 to go, 36 laps to go at the line.
One car going to the inside, that's the 37, allowed some of these leaders to pass through. Devin versus Kyle Garber right now. One of the better battles on track. And this is not just for 3rd or 4th, this is for podium position to talk to us after the race is over.
That's right.
So kind of an important position to battle for. Here's a good one here too, Travis Barnes with Tyler King. We're going to turn number 1 on lap 91, so we got 35 to go. We'll close this thing out. This is for 8th and 9th place. Contact for the Bud car there, and so he continues to allow the leaders come through.
$34 to go as we are closing in on lap 100. And the longest green flag run of the race we are seeing so far. And that has been, Jeremy, since we dropped the green for the second stage. Do you think we're going to see green flag pit stops here in a few moments?
I've been kind of debating on that. I think we have to. That's my general feeling about it. I think we're going to have to, because if you go 100%, I don't know. To the restart, 55. Gosh, man. I don't think they can make it. But you would think you'd see some undercuts at this point, maybe to split the stage in half. You don't see any of that. So then, since I don't see any of that, I'm thinking, well, maybe they can have a few extra laps in the tank before they close this race out. If you make the undercut now and you have to pit, like, you're setting yourself up great on the short run, of course. But you just have to worry about that dreaded caution, because if a caution were to come out, you're going to get caught a lap down. We saw that in the truck race too, by the way. That caution midway in the race just kind of put multiple drivers a lap down, some 2 laps down. So that's when you have car in the wall there on the outside. Back.
He's okay.
He's okay. We're slow, but we're staying green.
That could have been disastrous, but he's okay. He shrugs it off.
Oh, more contact. So 2 lap cars now going to duke it out here into turn 3, under 30 laps remaining. Camera's looking at Travis Barnes and Tyler King and Bryce Dickman in line here.
So, Jeremy, I can't believe it came very quickly than I thought. You remember Charles and yourself and I on Monday night, we were talking about Goon Bay Punch, or you were telling us about it. And I went ahead and I ordered it. Well, guess what? It showed up on my doorstep this afternoon before I had to do a baseball game. So, shut up, Charles. Why do you ruin everything, man? Take my moment. It's still my lines. So anyhow, Jeremy, I am going to pull one out of the fridge here in a minute and try one. I know you've got some, right?
We've got a 1 liter bottle left. I've drank the 2 personal sized.
Yes.
20 ounce bottles.
So this is a drink from the Bahamas. You cannot get it anywhere in the U.S. unless you order it. And that's what I did, Jeremy. You and I done some eBay checking, and then we ended up going on something else. And we were like, hey, wow, yeah, let's do that. And man, it arrived quicker than I thought. So I'm getting ready to go to the fridge. I think it's probably cold enough now, because that's one of the things you told me while I was doing the baseball game this afternoon. When you saw my message, you said, absolutely, let it get cold. Don't drink it hot. Even though you did say it's actually pretty good hot. But drink it cold.
One of the sodas that once you of course, when it's out of the fridge, it warms up, and I can kind of stand to that room temp. Most sodas, no. I'm tossing it when it gets, above like 50, 60 degrees, whatever. But no, this one's actually, you can have it on your desk for a couple hours and still be fine.
There you go. Well, anyhow, we are getting ready to try this here live on the air in just a moment with under 25 to go. And Jeremy, I will let you know what my thoughts are in just a moment, buddy. So I'm going to run to the fridge. I told you I'd try it on the air, and I'm going to go grab one right now.
Let's make this happen, and we're going to call the one car smashes the wall on the outside, turn 4 exit. I think it was a lap traffic car. No harm, no foul to the field. We'd say green flag, of course. 23 laps remaining. A lot of spacing in this field. Looking at the camera here, there isn't any 2x2s. A lot of give and take. You see the old tires and how they were conserved. Bryce Tickman slaps the wall this time off of turn 4. 22 laps to go. 2.7 seconds is the gap between your race leader and Kevin Smith. It's just been this way for the longest period.
Yes, sir.
Wrightsman has caught Kevin Smith. This is a battle for second and third. Wrightsman has a chance to be bridesmaid tonight.
All right, Jeremy, you ready?
Let's go for it, man.
This is Bahamas Goombay Punch. And Jeremy, at the same time that we're live, okay? I was going to do that right there, by the way. At the same time that we're live on the broadcast, right, for the call of the race, I'm actually going to send you a video, my friend, and I'm going to let you see the reaction, right? That's what we said we were going to do. So I've got Snapchat on. I'm going to send it to you here. I've got 3 minutes time. Here is the new, well, for me, it's new for me. It's based a drink out of the Bahamas. That is the Bahamas Goombay Punch. And as we close in on under 20 to go, Dennis Moore still leading this thing. He feels like he's on the Bahamas right now. The man from the pole has led almost all of this race. All right, Jeremy, you ready? You ready, buddy?
Yes, sir.
You hear it?
I heard it.
You hear that little
Hey, out of all the years you guys have done this is your first taste test live on air.
First time ever. Look at this. Bahamas Goombay Punch. So here we go, Jeremy. I'm a trap.
They give it a try there. Look at the spacing here in the field. We had a little 3 wide a lap ago. Now that's an interesting reaction.
For it to be pineapple, it is so delicious. Wow. I could see myself putting an adult. I could see myself, Jeremy, putting an adult beverage in this drink. I really could.
You could spice it up with that, right?
Yeah, maybe a little rum.
I've had it in a hot sauce variant.
Rum cocktail or something like that. But to drink it straight up, it's pretty damn good.
It's easily my favorite soda of all time.
It really is. Wow. And I'm happy with it, Jeremy.
Good.
I really am. Thank you for telling me about it.
Wow. That is exciting.
So I'm
expensive
Wesley
to get here,
and I recommend the Bahamas Goombay Punch. Might cost a little bit of money if you are in the U.S. or other parts of the country or the world and you want it, but it is pretty damn tasteful once you try it. So it is delicious. Jeremy, I've already drank half the can.
That's super fast. No, right there, the 0-0. Kevin Smith just slammed the wall, by the way. Easily gives Sean Priceman second place. Now can't even hold on for third. The car looks like it's hurt. Moving the wheel around, even on the straightaway. Kyle Garber next up. We got 3 car length separation between him and the 0-0. As Wesley continues to crush the whole can just like that.
I'm down to a half a can left, man. I'm down to half a can. I'm gonna start getting acid reflux on the air. I don't want to do that, you know.
Only if I give my man. I wish you'd come into my office more often. I'd have me.
I'll start getting the hiccups on the air with you. I don't want to do that. So, well, listen, I recommend it. Bahamas Goombay Punch as we are down to the home stretch of this one here tonight. There we go. Yes, sir. Went the entire 3 minutes. Jeremy, I want to send it to you, my friend. So you have it. Yes, sir.
Nothing else over your taste similar to it. You can go to the Jarritos pineapple soda, but even then doesn't have a candle to it.
I am a happy man. I love it. I love my drink. Jeremy Stanley recommended me to it. My buddy out of Titusville, Florida. And we are down to the finish of this one. 12 laps to go. The longest green flag run of the race. We're coming up on almost a 65-lap green flag run, Jeremy. Now, are we going to see guys peel in and pit? Or are they going to the finish, right? We saw Dennis Moore. Last time he pitted, lap 38. Charles, can you show the leader? Let's see what his fuel gauge looks like.
We don't have the accurate fuel mileage, so I don't think we can showcase that. But with 10 laps to go, you got to think they can make it, right? No one's showing a sign of they have to come down.
I would have at least figured over 75, 80 laps on the tank of fuel. I would think that, right? I mean,
yeah, I would set them up right at the end there, that 75 lap run. And this will go back to what you said a couple laps ago. Longest green flag period of the night. I think this is the longest green flag period of the season for either truck to ARCA. I don't know if it's by time or by, it's definitely by laps, the longest run of the season. But even by time, it might even be. So, fantastic job from these drivers here tonight. I'm glad the ARCA cars are putting on a great showcasing of talent and speed. And not that it matters, but look at Sean Brightsman. He has closed that gap in half from Dennis Moore from 3 seconds to 1.5. He's on a mission, but it's only 7 laps to go. Not going to be enough time for the 46.
ready to take this one to the finish, ladies and gentlemen. Single digits now, 7, make it 6 to go. By the way, this race has only been 58 minutes long since the drop of the green, under an hour's time. What a great job these drivers have put on it. It has been, Jeremy, all Dennis Moore. Since the drop of the green, nobody has been able to catch the number 44 of Dennis Moore. And what a bounce back, by the way. Remember the bad luck he had in a truck race a couple of weeks ago? Didn't run the ARCA race. What a way to come back here a week later and win here in ARCA.
Yeah, remember, a week and a half ago, Dennis Moore's remarks were like, he was basically so fresh. Oh, hold on, that was a close call. They're trying to make the pass over Paul Newton. Now he washes up the track, door-to-door contact. That's a little egregious. They still make contact. We have beef section here with 5 laps to go. Travis trying to make the pass on Paul Newton. More contact as Paul's going to pinch the 0-10. This could end up in a wreck here. Keep your eyes on this battle on track. But remember, I think it was 2 weeks ago, Dennis Moore said, I'm done. He said he's done. He backed out of the interview. I thought that was it from him, and then now here he is, rejuvenated with this fantastic run here at Dover.
Need to carry this one to the finish line with now 2 to go. When they come to the line, Dennis Moore. There's another battle going on between Paul Newton and some drivers in the back. They're not even in the top 20 right now. Well, the top 10 for that matter. I'm sorry, top 10. As Paul Newton battles with Barnes and King, Guy Jake Peningoro. Meanwhile, Dennis Moore, where are you? Car 44. He will work his way coming to the line this time by. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go, presented by CRN. Final lap, Jeremy, take us to the summer break, my friend.
Less than 1 second is the gap. Brightsman has all the speed right now, but it does not matter because Dennis Moore has played his cards perfectly with the clean air, slightly older tires compared to half the field, and he's still off of 3 and 4, gonna pick up the first checker flag of his ARCA season in 2026. Fantastic job here, just leading 90+% of the race. He said he blames the clean air. I think there's more behind it. I think just driver skill here at Dover in these cars played out perfectly. Job well done for Dennis Moore.
And Jeremy, I do have to correct you, my friend. Dennis Moore does have a win this year in ARCA. He won on a road course event. He won in a road course race. And he did that, of course, back in June, at the beginning of the month at Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. But this is his 2nd win on the year. By the way, this win puts him at the all-time win list of 7 winners. Now, in the Northwest Racing Series Fun. By the way, that's what they call it. There is the Northwest Racing Series National Division, and then, of course, there is the Spring League that is entitled on Sim Racer Hub Northwest Racing Series Fun. And with that being said, Jeremy, Dennis Moore, career start number 37 in the Fun Series, gets career win number 7, most of anybody. He was tied with Sean Brightsman with 6. He now has 17 top 5s, 27 top 10s, and they are tearing up the 44 from the floor up.
Oh, he just drove right through him there. Look at this car is completely destroyed.
Oh, it's disintegrated, man. The right front chassis and the oh, Newton's upside down.
Oh, Brian Barnes.
You have anger, Brian. Too many popsicles.
Too many summertime popsicles out here. That's right. You need to cool off quickly. You grab one of those popsicles, and now here we go. The number 8, I thought Gary Nichols was out of that thing after going airborne twice, but he's still on track to do the high 5 salute. And now Paul Newton's doing a burnout on top of your race winner. Don't see that often.
Ladies and gentlemen, the celebration is on for the driver of Dennis Moore. And there's the race recap. We'll talk to Dennis Moore in 44 in just a moment. By the way, longest green flag run of the race and even the season for the Northwest, Jeremy. 75 laps they went to the finish, by the way. And when it's all said and done, it is Dennis Moore picking up the victory. Sean Brightsman, Casey Garber, what a way to bounce back after crashing last week. He'll finish on the podium in 3rd. All these drivers, by the way, had 2 lead changes amongst 2 different drivers. It changed over pit stops at the end of stage 1, and then Dennis Moore quickly snatched it back. 4 cautions for 13 laps. Attaboy, guys. Callum Guyroy, 19 spots as the hard charger. Dennis Moore led the most laps. Look at this, Jeremy. 124 of 125 laps he led. Fastest lap, pole man, Dennis Moore tamed Miles the Monster. It might have churned up everyone else, but no doubt Dennis Moore was the man on the mile track concrete tonight. It is Moore, Brightsman, Garber. We'll talk to them in a moment. Devin West, Kevin Smith, top 5. Paul Newton, Travis Barnes, Callum Guyroy, followed by Tyler King. And how about Jake Peningoro? He started 9th, but he'll still finish with a solid top 10, Jeremy.
11th through everybody else. Taylor Alto in 11th. Bryce Dickman finishes in 12th. Brian Barnes in 13th. Dylan Matthews, P14. Ray Fournier up 13 positions to finish in 15th. Tim Garski in 16th. Absolutely. Brett Johnson in 17th. John Ottenbacher finishes in 18th. Jason Leake, 19th. Frank Harris finishes in your top 20. Ryan McLeod in 21st. Dana Rogers, 22nd. Gary Nichols finishes in 23rd. Seth Cooper with that big wreck drops back to 24th. Tom Wygant, 25th. Dan West Jr., who had that fantastic run up through the field, got caught late with Seth Cooper, finishes back in 26th. James Vining down 21 spots with his wreck, finishes 27th. Devin West, Troy Daggett, Nate Garski completes the 30-car unofficial results here from Dover.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ready to bring them on in here very quickly, and we will chat with them. Of course, Dennis Moore, Win Racing, with a moment for him. Obviously, as we said, his 7th win on the year, the most of anybody in the Fun League. He'll join us in the booth. Dennis, congratulations, buddy. Way to go. What a phenomenal job. 124 of 125 laps you led. When it's your race, when it's your night, when it's your weekend. Phenomenal performance, buddy. Congratulations, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man, just a fantastic job out there. You said clean air. You said you didn't pit on that stage 2 pit stop, and I guess that made the difference. You kept the clean air on the nose, and that car set sail to another 3+ second lead. Just, I know you had a lot of fun out there, but good way to start the month with a win and end the month with a win here in the ARCA Series.
Yeah, I had no idea we were doing an interview right now. Yeah, super fun race. probably one of the cleanest races we've had in a while. So good to see that. Good to go green from the stage. I was 40 laps. At 40 laps to go, I was 5 laps short on fuel. So I started clutching it, entering both corners, not using any brake, and just able to maintain the gap that I built up before that, and just survive. Ran out of fuel at the start finish on the last lap, so barely made it.
Wow.
Yeah, saw Sean coming. I knew he was good on fuel, so was doing everything I could to stay up there.
So let's
Answers
be
our
honest
question.
here. The last time you pitted was on lap number 38, so you stretched this thing out to close to 90 laps, I guess?
Yeah, I think we had 6 or 7 caution laps there, so that saves a bunch of fuel. But yeah, I honestly didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but there's no way I was going to pit, because you never know if there's going to be a caution. You don't want to give up track position. Going into pits here is under a green flag is a death wish. You're going to go down 2 laps, so did what I could to save fuel, and I looked down with 10 laps to go. I was at like 9 laps, so from there I just started super saving, trying to still maintain a gap to Sean, but able to do it, so I'm pretty stoked about that.
Well, buddy, I'll tell you what, Dennis, in addition to this win tonight, sir, you are the all-time winner of the Spring Fun Series. It's 7 victories, 5 wins in the Northwest, but in the trucks, but 2 in ARCA now, man, since it's been going on in the spring. What's your take of that, and being at the top of the mountain there, you and Sean Brightsman's going back and forth?
Yeah, anytime you're in the same conversation with Sean with wins in this series, you're doing something right. But this series, or this season, we've had 20 new drivers, or 15, and the competition's stiffer than it was before, which I can't believe that it could be possible. But been a lot of fun racing around these guys. Hopefully keep this momentum up and keep these races green. Nobody likes iPacing. Green flag runs are always fun, so you could save the most tire, fuel, and stuff like that.
Well, buddy, enjoy your week off for trucks and ARCA next week for 4th of July, and then ready to see you at Talladega. Before we let you go, please thank your sponsors, pal.
Yeah, thanks, guys. You guys have a good 4th of July. I want to thank you guys with LSRTV, everybody with the Northwest Racing Series, especially Sean and Jeff. The boys at Win Racing, Kevin, Ryan. I wasn't going to race tonight, Kevin. He jumped in, so I'm like, you can't be alone. So here I am. Did about 15 laps of practice before the race. And then bomb speed setup shop. Later, guys.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Already mentioned it again, but I'll say it again. Dennis Moore, 7 wins now. Sean Brightsman has 6. We'll talk to him in a moment. He'll join him with 2 ARCA wins this year, 17 top 5s, and now 27 top 10s for Dennis Moore. Sean Brightsman, and he will finish in the number 2 spot. Sean, your take of tonight, buddy, and man, it seemed like while you were maybe fighting, clawing a couple of times to look for your second ARCA win on the season, Dennis Moore was in his own little world out in front and just ran out of time. Sean, what's your take of the race, sir?
A good overall race. Dover's a tricky place, and for us to run that many laps under green, even though we did lose a few drivers to some incidents, it was nice to see. Overall happy with it, man. I had a good run there. Got held up a little bit by some that I caught up that were just racing for position, as they should. So I think if I would have taken tires there on that stage break, it would have been no question for sure.
I was pretty impressed with a lot of drivers out here tonight, including yourself. They're just maintaining there in the battle at the end there. You just kind of picked them back up to P2. How was this car different compared to the trucks? Because the trucks, it picked up quite a bit of cautions after that first decently green flag run on Monday, and then here it looks like you could just drive wherever you wanted, and the car, at least visually on camera, had a lot of grip.
Yeah, it had a lot of grip. It just was tight. So I mean, if you drove it in there and you just kept it in the gas, you'd be in the outside wall. So it was stable. I felt like it wasn't as momentum-y as the trucks were, where you needed to keep the pace up, keep your corner speed and everything. It felt like you could really kind of almost diamond or park it in center and turn down and all that. So it left a lot of racing grooves open, and overall just a good race there for it to be able to do that. So.
John, do you feel like we're going to have a team win racing LSRTV battle down the stretch, man? I know we've seen it in the past. What's your take of that as we move into the break for summer, and then we come back to Talladega?
I don't think so. And not because LSRTV and Win Racing aren't running pretty good competitive races.
Right.
But we got Ryan Bay, we got Tyler King, we got Paul Newton, we got Travis Barnes. So you got all these guys in the top 4 standings that are kind of balancing out, that are a little ahead of us, and just have some better positioning and finishing positions prior to the coming up to this break before we head to the last 3 races. So I'd be shocked to see one of the Team LSRTV guys take home the championship in ARCA. I'm not sure what trucks looks like, but my votes are right now probably looking at Ryan and Tyler with the way they've running all season. But 3 races to go, anybody could go on a tear and make up some points.
There you go. Well, buddy, before we let you go, sir, please thank your sponsor, Sean Brightsman, everybody. 34th Northwest Racing Series fun event. He'll have now 6 wins, 17 top 5s, and 24 top 10s. Thank your sponsors, and we'll see you at Talladega in 2 weeks.
Thank you, everybody at the Northwest Racing Series, everybody in the LSR TV booth. Appreciate you guys. Cody, producer as well, man. Appreciate you. And then everybody on Team LSR TV that comes out and races. And look forward to the off week, and see you guys back.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is the thoughts of Sean Brightsman from Puyallup, Washington, and he will finish in the number 2 position. Casey Garber, the car number 94, nowhere around anywhere in the chat box to grab him for 3rd place for a post-race interview, so we will just go ahead and say big kudos to Casey Garber with a 3rd. Big reminder, we are off next week. We need a break. Jeremy, Charles, myself, we're all going. All these drivers of the Northwest, the best iRacing Pacific guys on the esports world, on the sim, we are taking off for a break. No racings on Monday or Thursday. And then we come back, Jeremy, and we hit it hard for the final 3 races. And they will be very unique racetracks. Super Speedway Racing, Talladega, Iowa, a track that's like a super speedway, but it's a short track. And then, of course, Homestead, Miami, 1.5 progressive precision banking. What fun races we have when we get back to it, my friend.
Yeah, if we get racing like we did tonight, you guys are in for a treat to close out the season. Super excited for it, man. Talladega, right off a break. You guys are going to be freshened up, ready for 3-wide battling, for the 3rd to final race where points mean everything. That's going to be a wild race to watch.
And what just absolutely sheer domination we saw out of the driver, Dennis Moore. Picking up his now 7th win, most of anybody by 1. Sean Brightsman and him were tied at 6 coming into the race, but now it is Win Racing's Dennis Moore picking up win number 7. And what a bounce back, right? Had some bad luck in the truck race, took off last week in ARCA, missed the truck race on Monday, and then came back here and wins here in ARCA tonight. So big kudos to him. Hey, as always, LSRTV, LiveSimRacing.com, CRN Sports, and we are CRN.com, and the Northwest Racing Series on Discord, on social media. Get signed up for the National Series. It is fast approaching after the summer, and we finish up the spring races. For Jeff Stabnow, John Onnebacher, Sean Brightsman, everybody that operates the Northwest Racing Series Board of Directors. For Mr. Charles Wooten on production, Jeremy Stanley, thank you for the advice of trying Bahamas Goombay Punch. I am loving it, my friend. I'm Wesley Outland. Everybody enjoy your summer. Happy 4th of July, America, for the 250th birthday of our nation's independence of the USA. And we will see you at Talladega in 2 weeks.